All right, everyone, it's Thursday, which means it's time for Deviant Futures. To begin, we use Roll20 for rolling purposes and dice. The art that you see is from Hero Forge.
Let me see.
Hello, Twitch. Can you hear me?
Hello, Twitch. Is this working? Okay, let's just keep going.
All right. So, hello, Twitch. I think you can hear us now. Nod if you can hear us.
Okay, yep, we're good.
Thank you. So, back to the beginning of this. I am Shadow, also known as the True Shadowmancer. You can see me here, of course, Thursday nights here. And then Sunday nights on Gorgeous Theta and Tuesday nights on The Last Hurrah.
Fantastic. Rory.
Hello. I'm Rory. You can find me here pretty much every Thursday for, of course, this wonderful campaign. You can also find me on TikTok, where I goof off and make TikToks about making music. And if you're interested in hearing things that aren't done and might never ever get finished, all my works in progress are on SoundCloud. So I don't know, if you like EDM, maybe check it out.
Awesome. Ruth?
I'm Ruth. I can be found here on Thursdays for, this. And also this. I'm so tired.
And Nick.
Oh, geez. I'm Nick. I'm mostly in the Discord, but I'm also here on Thursday nights, and hopefully I will be able to come back to the Tuesday night when my schedule lets me. But that's just how it is. So, Sarah, are you working on anything interesting?
Oh, Lord, why? I literally put all my links away. Just Tangor Productions and Bravely Broken, which it is coming along. There is stuff there's stuff happening. There's stuff happening.
You
Yes.
ask why? It's because we will always try to catch you off guard. You are never safe.
I literally said before it, I was like, oh, Jacob's not here. I don't need the chat. I don't need the links today. It's fine. Okay. So headed back into the world.
Thank you, Cars.
Oh, yes.
Thank
And
you
thank
to
you to
our
our
producer.
amazing producer, Karis. And Chad is away. So, yeah. So to begin, you guys end up at this effectively a refugee camp. Or a city that has turned into one. You are in the main the main center of the town, the main building of the town. That unfortunately you can't really tell what it is anymore because it's been so destroyed with the fighting that's occurring. There is a river nearby. You are told to rest for the evening. And that in the morning, plans would be made or plans will be changed, depending upon what's happened. Before everything happens, Volley looks over to Hati, kind of head tilts him, and they shift and turn off and go for a run together. Let's go around the table and see what each of you are doing. I already know what Karen, Nerfy wants to do. Would you?
Not a lot for me to do in a refugee camp. I mean, kind of wander around and see what's going on and listen to folks and see if there's anything we need to know about where are we going, Scorchville?
Mhm.
That's a, I mean, what am I going to do? Go drinking and wenching?
Effectively, what they tell you is Scorchville is very quiet. It's so far south that no one seems to go there anymore. And that a lot of the people who have come up from there have come up due to medical reasons and less so war.
Medical reasons.
Yeah, like very severe migraines, nightmares that include a black fluid, things that they can't really explain.
Yep, sounds like that's where we need to go.
Runk?
I'm not sure what he's gonna do. I feel like he'd want to look for like if anybody has any like books, like if there's even like a stand from someone who used to own a bookstore.
Roll in investigation.
Ooh. Okay. 17. Oh damn! I don't have beyond 20.
You do find that there are some there are some books. What are you looking for though, specifically?
Um. Huh. I think he's gonna look for like some religious texts if there's anything on Poseidon or any other like past like gods who've ruled oceans and stuff like that.
You do find those type of books.
Okay.
You also find a book called Tieflings the Infernal and Other Dark Entities by Dr. Yana.
Ooh. That sounds interesting. I think I'll take that one too.
Anything else?
I'll probably just wander around and talk to people, see if there's any, strange happenings other than the wars and whatnot.
You get the same stuff of effectively further south people are coming up for medical reasons.
Okay.
And of course people are willing to talk to you about like I lost my home and everything when the angels came in, and you hear that story quite a bit. Jinx?
Two things. First of all, she's gonna go find somewhere a bit quieter if she can.
Easily. Especially
Just
in
like
the building you're in. It's larger and has multiple stories, and you can kind of find a very quiet place in there.
just like be alone for a little bit. She reaches out to Ed, knowing that, going into Scorchville was the major downfall of the other party. And kind of just takes a breath and just, hey, if you've got a minute to provide any, I guess, information and or advice, that would be appreciate it. I want to make sure I'm doing my job well.
You get almost an immediate response back. I totally forgot how he sounded. I have a moment, but why are you headed to Scorchville?
The last tower.
Oh, you're all still taking care of that.
Yeah.
Have you gotten the other pieces?
The other documents?
No. Um. Snow. Adele was telling me that you were also collecting shards.
I mean, we found one.
All right. All right. It should be all right. I know that she's focused on that. I don't know if she has asked you all to join her in that hunt, but
No,
all right.
not
Just
that I remember, at least.
all right. Just be cautious. We've heard they're making movements. Gabriel informed us, unfortunately, they may be headed north, attempting to surround you all.
Awesome.
So just be aware. It sounds like things are getting
Always.
bad up there. Stay safe. Ends the connection.
And then she's going to put the, I guess, second ring she's gotten on and attune to it.
It is a ring of warmth. So. And Narfi. You're muted.
Yeah, they know that works. If I'm unmuted, then people can hear me though. Okay. So it starts out by Narfi walks up to Adele. It's probably going to sound a little bit weird. Basically, one of many names. How about we take the evening to go on the river for a bit?
Your friends aren't going to get mad at me or anything, all right?
As long as nothing too crazy happens, we should be fine.
All right. I mean, worst case scenario. Find ourselves in a bit of trouble and have to fight our ways out.
This is supposed to be relaxing, Adele.
You think me and relaxing is a thing? All right, let's go have fun.
Okay. So it's probably a bit before we kind of ask the first question. So I know you enjoy it. So do you know why the others are working with the rebellion?
I mean, I guess. And she'll take a moment. So this isn't a fun chat, all right? I'll drop the accent then. Loki's in it because he needs to, he wants to make things right. Gabriel the same. Tamar the same. I'm pretty much the only one here for selfish reasons.
I mean, you're aware why I'm here, correct?
You kind of got pulled into this without really being asked.
Well, asked, told. The Sticks didn't like the you call it the veil drop.
Yeah, that's what we're calling it. We don't honestly know what happened, so.
It's unhappy.
Not surprised. A lot of things seem to be.
And I'm assuming you know I can't do anything about it.
If I'm right, I think I heard Hades talking about something with a trial.
Okay.
That's all I got. You know him. He's not exactly the most.
Talkative, other than to Cerberus, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But so I just want to make sure that this isn't going to get easier. That everybody has the reasons and isn't just doing this because they're being told.
We all have our reasons. The only one that would even be close to being told is Ambrose, and you know him. He'll do anything for Tamar.
It's fair. I mean, defense of one's love is strong.
Very much.
So I guess before we go back to our little bit of silence, you gotta listen to the okay lack of insects and birds, but that's never concerning.
Which way did you say you were going on the river? With the current or against the current?
So we're probably going with it for a little bit, and we're about to kind of after this kind of turn around.
Okay.
You realize, I said one of many names because I knew when you disappeared into the ocean.
Not exactly my idea.
You think being on the river for thousands of years was my intention?
I'm sorry. It wasn't by choice. Odin found out. You know, Volley and I, we would get bored and we would want to explore, and we ended up finding Asgard. That was before you all moved, because you kind of got told to move.
Yes,
Not
because
by
it was
choice.
unsafe on Midgard.
It was unsafe.
Definitely
because
not.
of me.
Oh, definitely not, because Odin just wanted to keep an eye on his family.
Yeah. It was because of me. He thought that if I was away from you all, it wouldn't be as dangerous.
I mean, if you like my opinion, he was likely told that you were dangerous by someone you know quite well.
From my guess, yeah.
Just like I'm guessing you know that we're not alone.
I do. I can feel it.
Okay. So I want to start working on turning around, and you kind of don't mind finishing.
You have to understand that I was purged soon after that. Again. That's why when I met Volley at the ball, I didn't remember. That's when I met you the next time, I didn't remember. And I'm sorry. You kind of see her lean back and start to get really uncomfortable. Roll me strength. Or a strength savings throw.
11.
You can feel the boat is moving against you.
Oh, fun.
as you watch Adele, like, she looks so uncomfortable and she's trying to, like, just sit and, like, move herself when all of a sudden she freezes up and she slumps forward.
Gotcha. So on the river, are we near the middle or the edge?
You guys are probably closer to the bridge.
I mean,
And it's trying, whatever this is trying to pull you that way.
then I'm going to let it help, but enough to try to basically ground the boat on the other side of the river.
Okay. Let's see if I.
Do you want dexterity for like the control required, or what do you think?
Yes.
Okay, because I've been this out a while, do you mind if I ask for advantage instead of a 10?
Yes. Yeah, you know what you're doing.
We get an 11. A grand total of 21, but that's not how rolling works in this game.
No, unfortunately not. As you're trying to do this, you can feel your feet start to get wet. But as you look, the water's black. And it's not because there's a hole in the boat. What you see is it's coming from Adele.
We've done this dance before. Would you like to know what I do next?
Go ahead.
I take the chain from my side, put it between our arms, and push her off the boat and jump off.
When you go to put the chains on her,
Mhm.
when she leans back, you can see the black water draining from her mouth in gallons. Her eyes are almost, the best word I can use is static, of black and white, just shifting quickly. And a voice comes from her. Boatman, I'm surprised to see you on my water. It's been such a long time. Shouldn't we have a chat?
You never were one for time and place.
Time, yes. I stole that. And you're in the water with her, correct? Yeah. The water's still coming from her, and it's, you can almost feel that the water's trying to take her. It does not care about you.
Well, that's a problem for the water because we are literally chained together with the chains that bound Fenrir. That sounds like a water's problem.
Roll me athletics.
Can I argue acrobatics?
Yes.
Are you serious? With a +8, rolled a 13.
You're starting to tread water.
Enjoy.
And this voice is still what you realize, it's not coming from Adele herself, it is coming from the water.
Okay. The biggest thing I'm trying to do is get on the other side of this bridge.
Mm-hmm.
So I can end
Away.
up downstream from Scorchville is kind of what the goal is.
Oh, don't you mean upstream from Scorchville?
Oh, it's not. So it's like the town, like on the other side of the bridge that I believe we were told was controlled by him, or at the very least definitely feels like. I'm trying to like have the current be able to help me out of this one.
Okay. Roll Roll acrobatics one more time.
Can we do it with advantage, or you just want a straight?
Yes. Roll with advantage.
I give up on roll 20. We're just going
You-
physical dice.
Yeah, you.
I am going to.
Oh,
I'm going to be so sad. It is literally an 11. We rolled a grand total of 3.
Guys are trying to tell a story.
They are trying to tell a story.
You're not doing well right now. You're just like barely. You're moving along, but it's not fast enough to get away from.
Well, I'm not really trying to fight it, but just trying to nudge it to the side a little bit.
Yeah. So I will say, eventually you do get to the other side.
Okay.
And as you get her out of the water, because she can't do anything, she cannot attack, she cannot fight. You see her body go limp. The static is gone. But there's still water in her mouth.
I mean, we're gonna try to push the water out of the lungs first.
Are you putting her on her side, or how are you doing CPR effectively?
I mean, if he figures it's definitely like deep, it's gonna be to the side first.
And of course, more water comes out then. And as you begin to perform CPR on her, I guess because is that what you're gonna do next or no?
I mean, if I feel like it's getting better, I'm gonna probably throw in 2 hands of healing.
Yeah, if that will work. She starts coughing up water. And she looks very confused. And how close did we get there?
Let's just say we need to go to Scorchbro to get back with the party.
Let me.
And yes, we are chained together.
Fun. Let me. I know why he could get to me. And she reaches into her bag and pulls out a sizable shard. The first one came from, well, your friend's book. Their friend's book.
Gotcha.
The second one was in the stained glass in that first town.
Okay. And you kept it, why?
Well, if I have these, eventually I'll be able to control him. In theory.
So why don't you keep it somewhere safe until you have more of them?
Well, I thought Omni was safe. I didn't really want to give them to Gabe. I thought that was stupid. Can't actually trust him, so. And Loki, well.
We can't trust him.
Exactly.
I mean, we trust him as an ally, but not as keeping anything safe.
Yeah, and Tamar, I know her well enough. She'll want to experiment and figure out all the magic science-y stuff on it, and I thought it was just better if it stayed with me. I was actually hoping we'd collect some more of them, but
Okay. We first got to regroup.
I can open a portal for that now that we know where we're headed.
I mean, we're there. So would it be possible to just let Loki know you're going to open a portal in the morning
Yeah.
and just bring him here?
We can try. Let's set up camp.
Okay. something I hopefully can do because turns out swimming and boating are not my fortes tonight.
Sometimes things
At
happen.
least your forte wasn't drowning.
My forte is not dying. Let's be honest. Cutting back to Grunk, Woodja, and Jinx. Narfi doesn't come back with Adele.
Well, where is she?
They just don't come back. There's no explanation. I don't think either of them told you where they were going, but they're
I feel like
gone.
somebody definitely knew we went down river though.
Maybe.
Jinx is gonna send a message to Narfi and just be like, "Are you guys alive? And should we be expecting you back here?"
Sarah, we are south of Scorchborough, right?
You are north of Scorchborough.
Okay. So we ended up on the better side of the bridge.
Yeah.
Oh joy. So I'm gonna respond back if I can.
Mhm.
On the bridge by the bridge near Scorchborough,
Bill.
had to camp the night due to possession.
She's just gonna respond and go, "Awesome. At least you guys are alive. We'll see you guys soon."
What you guys. So, yes, you do get a full sleep. Everything is fine. But Woodja, Grunk, and Jinx in the morning, you are awoken by screams of terror and the word angel being yelled out throughout the camp.
Hey, let's go find this troublemaker.
Shite, didn't think they'd catch up to us that quick.
Well,
Right,
I'm not hearing a plural on that scream, so it might just be one of them.
Well, here's hoping. Let's go get our friends back first, though.
When you guys go outside, Loki is standing with Gabriel. And he's talking very animatedly and very fast.
All right, which one of you two is stirring up the ants?
Sorry, it's me, but this was the closest place I could get to.
Alright, well, false alarm, I guess.
I need you all to go north.
Okay.
Here's
I
the
believe
problem.
that was the plan.
No, we were going to Scorchville. That's south.
Ruth was being dumb.
And Woodja was responding to the dumb.
I'm sorry to do this to you all. I know, like, you have your own plan, but here's the thing. They've sent my platoon out.
All right.
Oh,
And your platoon's coming from the north.
No. There's a town up there that they're taking over. They're making it into one of those cult towns.
We need to go north, and they're taking over a town in the north.
I
Am I
need-
getting that right?
No, we need to go south. They're taking over a town in the north, which is the opposite way of the way we need to be going. And where's the boatman?
He's
He's not with you all?
with a he's with Adele on the other side of the river bridge.
Uh,
Ruth is slow today.
He's
I
gone.
mean, at least he told somebody where he was going.
Okay.
You got that
What are
anyways?
they doing on the other side of the river?
Um,
I mean, if they needed alone time, there's plenty of tents. They didn't have to go that far away.
well, one of them got possessed, so
That's
well,
one way to put
Possessed?
it.
uh,
apparently.
Okay. This is even worse. So, the reason this town is important is honestly, it's a selfish reason for me. This was my home. This was my town pre-veil drop. That's why they sent me to take care of it, because I know it. I know the ins and outs of it.
And what do you want us to do?
I mean, we could put you down right here and that will take care of that problem.
Unfortunately, that will just make me a martyr for the angels. What I'm asking you all to do is to please go in quietly and blow it all to hell.
I like that idea. Can either one of you blow things to hell?
I mean, I could certainly try.
I could
Hasn't
probably.
exactly come up yet, so who knows?
All
Although
right, then.
first,
It's
here's the thing though. How long is it gonna take us to get that whole thing done? Because we also got more of these guys advancing from what is it? What is it? The west or the east? I don't remember. Towards Scorchville, right?
yes.
Kind of where we were running from initially.
Yes, Neckmore has been taken over.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got those other ones on our tail, and Scorchville is the last place we need to get to, because it's got the last tower. I mean, he put in this much work already. We don't want to give it up now.
I understand that getting these documents are important. But they're taking over. They have how many towns now? 3, now 4? And this town also has my I don't want to call it a dojo, but it's where I used to teach. It has my students still there.
All right, well, hang on a second. Don't get all worked up on me yet. It wasn't exactly a saying no. I just saying. I mean, it sounds like a pretty fun adventure to go blow stuff up, right? Only thing is, how are we going to get back in time before Scorchville falls as well? That's my only concern. If
I
you
will
got a
bring
way
you
to get
back.
us back there, then yeah, that'll work out fine.
I will bring you all back.
And how do we know this isn't just a distraction to keep us from going to Scorchville?
Because more than anything, I want you all to go to Scorchville. I want you all to get these documents, but this was my home. These are my kids. I've already lost this city once.
And you can't rally these people against what's coming. I mean,
They were already heartbroken, already disheartened. I tried. I went ahead, and their manner of dealing with it was, we've already burned to the ground once. Why not again?
Isn't that what you're asking us to do now? Is go burn it to the ground?
I don't want to burn it to the ground. I don't want to blow it to hell, but I don't know another way of getting rid of the problem. I'm supposed to be their leader and to lead them in conquering these people and purging and having them become angels. Why do you think I'm here and not there?
Honestly, I think you're here and not there to keep us from going where we need to go.
Well, Woodra, here's the thing. If you feel like this is not exactly the safest thing for us to do, who's the least blow stuff to hellish type in our little group here?
The least?
Yeah. Because I'm honestly not too sure.
I'm not too sure myself anymore. Everybody keeps slipping in and out.
Yeah. Well,
Can
Which does remind me, using the earring, hey, boatman, we need you to get you and your piece of tail back up here because we got a decision to make.
can I, because it's Gabriel,
Mhm.
can I make an insight check with advantage?
Yes.
Good thing. Oh, that was an 8 and a natural 20
Yes.
for a total of 28.
Okay. He's honest. He's heartbroken over this situation. There is something that he's hiding about this, but he's truly heartbroken. Like, there's a reason why he is having a hard time even stepping into this town.
Look, I can tell this is troubling you, but I don't think you're telling us the full story.
Adele's not with you, all right?
Not yet.
Good. She hates when I tell this. Adele's long centuries ago now. This town is where Adele grew up. It's where I had my school, effectively, for my students. Her mother and siblings died in the fire. I lost everything that day.
If you need everyone dead before they're purged and turned into angels, I can do that. But is that
That's
that
not what,
really what?
that's not what I want. I just don't know how to protect them other than doing that.
Hmm,
We don't need more angels.
you're right.
well, just a DM question quickly. Which town is
Yep.
he talking? Like, do we know the name of the
It does
town
not
on the
have
map?
a name.
Okay.
It's one of those smaller towns that they either the gods have not taken over, neither has really any group.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming it
Gotcha.
would probably be close to Jinx's hometown as well, then, because it is also a very small town.
If you look on the map, it's effectively where Hottie's token is. This town up here.
One moment.
Oh, okay.
I need to.
That one. Okay.
Okay.
That's a hell of a backtrack.
Hmm.
Adele, it seems like there's a decision that they're trying to make.
We need to go back, don't we?
I mean, my thought was, you know, that room that Loki had a while ago?
Mm-hmm.
That thing he was working on, that like pet project?
The one he's been working on for the past 100 years? Yep.
Do you think it would work? So that we don't necessarily need to travel all the way there or them all the way to here. And we can make our decision.
We can try it. We just need a door or a door-shaped object.
Um,
And she will literally draw a door just in the dirt with the proper symbols and knock on it. In theory, this should work. And she'll playfully nudge you. You get to go first. You're the younger brother.
oh boy. If I take a dirt nap because of you,
I'll wake you up.
so I go to open up the dirt door.
It worked.
Glad to see who is productive.
Let's just see if we can escape it.
You know, why didn't you tell me this? Last night would have been so much easier.
Do you think I ever think about this? No.
Right, because you would tend to think fighting first.
Yes.
There's probably a good reason that I didn't get possessed, because otherwise you would have me beat half to death on a river.
I wouldn't have beaten you.
You know you would.
Hard.
Okay.
Do you send a message or anything to tell
I
me?
mean, if we end up in there and there's a whole bunch of doors, guess what? We're gonna start. I'm at least gonna start knocking on every single door I can find.
Okay. No, it's there. You've successfully done it.
I mean, yeah, no, like went into the door,
Mhm.
assuming that it opened.
Yep.
So where are we?
You're back in the room
Well,
with just all the doors.
yeah, so I'm gonna knock on the door and figure. At the very least, Loki may be like, "What the heck?"
You guys, while you're having this discussion, you start to hear a knock on the front door of the building that you came out of.
Somebody
Open.
like that or something? What's going on here?
Narfi and Adele walk out because I just heard Bruce say, "Open."
Okay. Not the intended outcome, but I'll take it.
It actually worked. That actually worked.
Don't tell him.
I won't if you don't.
I mean, although I get the impression he probably was like very amused by the random knocking of doors, but you know. Anyway, okay, what seems to be the big emergency? Oh, Gabriel's here.
Nice to see you, Karen.
I'm
Well,
assuming we're meeting on pleasant business.
Do you remember visiting me in my home? I know you were young.
Oh,
The angels are about to destroy it. And I'm asking you all to help me. Either destroy it completely or so that they can't take it over and can't get to the people, or finding another way to take care of this problem.
Okay. And we're down 2 destroyers. Gotcha.
There were more of you? Wait, yes, there was.
I
Where's the
mean, the
dog?
furry ones. Don't worry about it.
There's. Oh, all right. I'm not gonna ask.
Yeah, don't. It's not worth it. So anyway, the place where you grew up, and I have like, admittedly, some sentimental attachment, but thousands of years and all that fun stuff. And you want us to. So, bottom line, what would you like? You'd like the town saved.
Yes.
From what?
A very
From
large
the
number
angels.
of angels.
What is their directive?
Take who they can, purge all, turn some into followers, others into soldiers.
So, what if there happened to be something more important than a town with people to turn into angels?
What do you mean?
Say there was a massive shard of L that the reports came in on where it was, and they're the happened to be the closest. Even if it's false, they would have to respond to it.
You know where a shard is?
I can neither confirm it nor deny knowledge. I know of the shards, not necessarily where they are. Especially if they're trying to take over a town, that would be invaluable.
This town is valuable because it means something to me. L wants to hurt me. As you know, that's what he's good at.
Well, he likely is pegging you as a traitor.
Probably.
Here's where I'm getting lost.
Okay.
What good does it do for us to rush off and save this town when we're within spitting distance of the last tower we get to? And on the other side of that coin, why are we running around to these towers gathering this stuff if there's no purpose to it, if we're going to go rushing to every town and save it?
This one is different because it was mine, if I'm honest. And there is information there, but it's private.
My question wasn't the purpose. Well, what made it special? Why are we running around in circles?
The towers
Or are
from
we
my-
just lackeys to distract everybody?
the towers, from my understanding from Tamar, have information she needs in attempts of reversing the veil drop. And he looks around. Possibly bringing back Kronos, the Titan. What he can do is reverse time so this never happened.
That's my point. Why are we wasting energy to go save this town if we can get everything we need to reverse it and it never happened in the first place?
It's, again, this is a selfish request. The fact that my ex-wife and my children, their remains are still there. I never got the chance to bury them.
And if we succeed in the tower, then they're not remains anymore. They're up
They
and
will
about.
always remain, well, in your sense, dead. In mine, yes, they lost their human forms. So they are still around, but going through that, unfortunately, hurts you and it changes you. The more times you die, the more you change.
Well, I mean, wouldn't this be the first one? So
That was their first one.
if everything gets rewound before all the death and destruction of the initial invasions and whatnot, then it's only one death on that tally. It can't be that bad, right? Or is it a bit more drastic? Each death.
Each death is worse. Your best example, well, is standing in front of you. And he's trying not. Well, whoever wants to know who he's talking about, roll investigation. Because he is talking about one of you in the group.
I'm just gonna stare him dead in the face and say, "Well, I mean, we're all dead, so yeah, but you got to be a bit more specific than that."
Not everyone.
What did you get?
I got 23.
I'm pretty sure you already knew, though.
Yeah, but I got a 23.
I'm gonna take the second one because it's funnier. I love that there's just 3 of them. I'm just gonna choose the second one. Woodja and Jinx, he's trying not to look at Adele.
Yeah.
I kind of figured that's who he's talking about.
Yeah.
Because once again, we're not angels, we're not gods, we don't matter.
He is also looking at Woodja a little bit. He's trying not to look at anyone in particular. He's just like scanning, and he gets kind of caught on Woodja. Scan, scan, caught on Adele. Scan, scan. He's like,
You know,
But in all seriousness,
all we're doing
so-
is talking in circles.
how many
As
do
much-
we realistically need to tackle a tower?
You said you're headed to Scorchville, correct?
We were basically there.
Scorchville, you may need 1 or 2. It's an abandoned town. Most people ran when they took over this city on the other side of the bridge.
Is there anything else to know about the town?
People get sick, have
Okay.
horrific nightmares, and waking dreams. There's multiple people who have drowned just standing in town.
Oh, that's going to be more than a 2 people kind of job.
Well, I mean, if it's water stuff, I'm the, it's pretty obvious, right? Can't be that difficult for me.
Black water pouring out of the mouth and I'm assuming eyes.
Yes. Unfortunately, have you carried victims over on your boat?
Technically, but not exactly.
Okay.
Let's just say I feel like the town across the either it's the town across the bridge that's involved with the nightmares, or there's a shard in that town.
As much as I hate to say this, then, if that town is going to be so important that we're still here talking about it, I'm going to Scorchville. I'm not worried about the disease.
All right. I understand.
All right.
How can we effectively conquer both?
I'm with you on the tower. Water's not going to be an issue for me.
I will ask that eventually you do try and help these people to the north.
We're
Jinx,
probably heading back to Farborough anyway after the tower.
All right.
Yeah.
the only other way to do it is to split us up again.
And with what you're describing, it's, well, El's influence in the town.
And the
From
last
my-
time we ran into this, we got lucky.
As did we. Oh, me realizes that Adele and I are still technically chained together.
Oh, oops. No
You know, whatever
question
is your
there.
kink.
Possession.
Oh,
It's an
no,
annoying thing. Don't
you
worry
go.
about it.
You go through the door first. No, you. Oh, hell, it doesn't matter anyways.
So our options are split up and try to do this separately, or we're close enough to Scorchville, and if there's nobody there and one person can do it, we can get in, get what we need, turn around, and go the other direction. Because the town we need to go to is weeks away.
It is in the north.
Gabriel,
Yes?
personal interest aside, what's the best course of action?
Either, honestly.
Well,
I understand that the town to the north means nothing to you all. It was and is
But
a
I know
place
it means
that
a
I
lot
will.
to you.
It does.
So I'd like to help, but
I understand. Trust me.
I also have a job to do.
Getting this reversed means more. The town will fall. They're just too weak to keep fighting. But hopefully I will not be there when you all arrive. Because I
What do
don't
you
want
mean?
to have to do, I don't want to have to keep up the charade. I don't want to have to hurt you all. And to keep up the charade of being a spy, you know what I have to do.
So we better go now.
Also, you didn't tell us how close you were. So we have no idea what our time frame even is on the town. Are you there by sundown?
I unfortunately don't know. I left right after I got my orders.
Okay, were there dates on the order?
It said as soon as possible. Could be days, could be weeks.
Which
I mean,
gives us
that-
time to do what we need to do.
We'll assume a day. But us talking is taking up our one day that we're giving ourselves to kind of get this done.
Correct. Let me also say this. I apologize for Raphael's behavior the other day. When I found out what he was doing, it was not only distasteful, but it was wrong. And I'm sorry.
Let's
Okay.
get going.
All right. I wish you all luck. From what I've heard, that the pain from that town is intense. And at that, he actually will, kind of in a show of strength to you all, he fully releases his wings in front of you guys and takes off.
I got those too.
Jinx, I'll give this one to you. The last time you saw him, his wings were more white. They're now salt and pepper color, meaning he is fallen. Or falling.
Trying to. As I've said, Ruth is slow today. What does...
That means that he is choosing free will over orders.
Ah, okay. So a
Dell?
good sign.
How close can you get us to the town with relative safety?
You mean to Scorchville?
The very one.
I can probably get us back to where we were. Back to camp.
I mean, it's as close we're gonna get.
All right. One-way trip to Scorchville?
Well, hopefully we'll have a return trip.
Hopefully. And you see her focus for a moment and then open the portal. But after doing so, she looks drained.
Well, let's get moving instead of standing around here staring at each other.
Well, go ahead first. I'll keep it open. Which is
What'd
through.
you go through?
Yep. Off we go.
Please don't touch it. You know what I mean, Adele?
Hmm?
If you think you're gonna have a problem with the crystal, let us know earlier, please.
I will. Hopefully it won't affect me as much.
Hopefully. And through I go.
And Jinx heads through as well?
Yeah.
Okay. You all have ended up at, yeah. It looks like a camp that is recently broken down with a door drawn in the dirt.
I'm not going to ask.
We were knocking on the door when you found us again in town. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm asking, is that how you guys got back?
yes.
Cool.
It's
Okay.
Loki's. Don't tell him it worked. He'll get a big head.
Not that he already doesn't have a
Yeah.
big one. Anyway, Scorchville is not the direction of the bridge,
No, it is further south.
and water goes south, so that way.
Yeah. And it doesn't take long that you start to see the signs of this town. Yes, you see a tower. It is still standing.
That's a welcome sight.
I know the last tower that was still standing when we got to it. That was the first one.
The town itself, though, truly looks abandoned. There is trees and plants that have taken back control over buildings. There are the buildings are crumbling, and as you get close, you can hear the groaning of the larger buildings because there's a tower which is the one of the tallest buildings. There's also two or three other very tall buildings, and you can hear them groaning and hear things cracking and creaking as you get closer to this city.
Well, the
Well,
wildlife
let's,
took over quickly, didn't it?
yeah. Not sure if it's a good sign or a bad sign.
Did you not say people were Something about a sickness?
I mean,
Um,
just from what I heard talking to people back there's some people having nightmares about stuff, really bad headaches. That's why most of the people left. That sounds like it's left because it was a scary place and they kept getting sick.
But how old were the people you talked to?
I mean, I was hearing these kind of things from just about everybody in that camp, not just.
Same here.
Dude, do you see the issue? This place looks like it's been abandoned for hundreds of years.
That's what I'm saying. Is things took over quickly.
Yeah. Now that you've mentioned that, I'm starting to feel like that's more of a bad sign.
Yeah, well, let's pick up our pace and hurry this up.
Yeah, I agree. Get it over quickly.
Again, you enter and it's still grown over, but everything is silent. Besides the buildings groaning, this town's silent.
Just like
No.
a
Oh, go ahead.
just like a quick passing glance at the buildings as we walk by. Is there like any signs of like remotely recent activity?
None.
Okay.
Anything else we should be watching for as we go to this?
It's just uncomfortably silent. It's uncomfortably eerie. This entire town almost feels like you're being watched.
Even though it looks and feels like a dead town, Jinx is remaining very cautious, like paying attention to all of her surroundings as they schmoove.
Roll me perception. And also tell me what your perception is.
It's a it's +5.
And your passive perception?
Scroll up. 15. And I rolled the dirty 20.
Okay. You do see movement. In the farthest reaches of your eye, it is always right out of reach. There is something following you.
She's definitely gonna keep an ear and eye on that.
And I'll also give you with the dirty 20. It's big.
Okay.
Are you guys headed straight to the tower?
Unless there's anything that distracts us
Yeah.
in a different direction.
Let me have you all roll perception. I want to see who sees this.
19
Oh shit.
Nope.
with a, I mean, I know you're asking passive, that's a 15.
Yeah. What's your passive?
14.
And Grunk passive?
15.
Yeah. So you all see this thing. It's following you all. but it's walking silently as well.
If I turn my head a bit, does it seem to like move away to stay in my peripheral?
Yes.
Can I tell
Okay.
what it is?
Roll Arcana.
Cool. $22.
Yes. This thing's about 7.5 feet tall, made of metal and wood. And it is walking on 2 legs. As you get closer to the tower, it seems to be coming closer to you all. Until finally, when you get there, it steps behind you all. I'm sorry to bother you all. You really shouldn't be here, though.
We were in the middle of leaving.
I need you all to understand this place is dangerous. I've been keeping away adventurers like yourself for a few hundred years now. My friends unfortunately learned the hard way that this place is not safe.
You 100 years?
Yes? Why? How long has it been?
A few days?
Interesting. You must be new. And out from the shadows walks a 7.5-foot tall warforged with a very large hammer that he is holding.
Well then,
We just came for something and then we're on our way.
The documents?
If you have them, that would be useful, or at least the location of them.
I know they are in the tower. We were sent to do the same. But again, that was a few hundred years ago.
Would you like to pick up where you left off?
I am finished with that adventure. You have to
Okay.
understand, I have tasked myself with protecting those like you that will be affected.
affected by what?
By Kronos' influence.
You know, see, that makes sense.
Well, I should probably introduce myself. I am Avon, cleric of the Forge.
Pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Avon.
Yeah. Now, if you don't mind, we're gonna get the documents and get out of here before we get
I
stuck
don't-
into whatever's going on here.
I know you take your assignment extremely highly, but this is the end for us. We have all the others.
Been successful.
Save for this last one.
And you all have not killed each other.
Oh, they come pretty
We
close a
haven't.
couple times, but you know, that's the nature, isn't it?
I will warn you. One of the things that they ask for are shards. We did not know this. I wish we had.
Who are
Why
they?
is that?
The shards may have protected us. My friends.
So They've been hearing that those things are pretty dangerous for you to even touch.
They are, but they have a secondary thing. The energies that are attached to them can be used to cancel out the energy of others.
Mm. So wondering if that theory was correct.
I am. My friends, you see, we were headed here down a boat. One of us attacked the kraken that lives in the ocean. It started a fight. Kronos' influence took over, and they were able to kill each other.
Well, that's good to know.
Would that also be why you're relatively fine?
I survived because I am who I am. I am a fighter. I was built to fight. I was built for war. When they came for me, they had no chance.
And how familiar are you with the angel Gabriel?
Let me make this very clear. If he ever shows his face around here again, I will kill him. As with all of them. They are not to be trusted.
He is marching a town in the north, and we'd be appreciative of help.
I need to stay here to keep adventurers like yourself safe. I will allow you to enter the tower, but be warned. Inside traps are set. Inside, it will test your friendship, and it will test your ability to work together.
Well, that sounds fun and all. I got a bit of a proposition for you. Something for you to think about while we're down there. Say once we come out, we've got these documents. That's really the only thing that people are coming here for, I'd assume.
Most wish to come to see if the rumors are true. Apparently, farther to the south is a beach with black sand and black water.
Oh,
To get
Alright.
through to it, you must travel through Scorchville.
So you're acting like more of a sentinel to keep people away from what's farther down than what's in here.
Correct.
Okay, I gotcha.
The effects can be felt here, but it gets worse the farther south you go.
Since we have no interest in that, let's just do what we came here to do.
Aye.
You
Let's get
remind
these
me
last...
of me.
And how would that be, Avon?
And he actually will like get down on one knee to talk to you, trying not to like scare you or be rude. I was also the voice of logic within our group.
All right. Well, hopefully we will succeed and I won't end up sitting here playing cards with you for eternity.
I am a terrible cards player, I will say.
Yeah, so am I, but if we succeed in this, you won't have to be sitting here anymore.
Interesting. All right. I wish you all good luck. And he
And
will
if you-
step back.
And if you see me walking down the street with a deck of cards in my hand, you know we messed up.
And I will be there to comfort you. As he stands back and holds his hammer in front of him, taking up almost a statuesque pose.
Well then, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Let's get a move on.
you can't finish if you don't start.
As you head in, again, this place has grown over. Unlike the other towers that were clean, this one is filthy. There is no power.
All right.
And every tower is exactly the same. They basically copy and pasted.
Let's make our way to where those labs should be.
Are the plants alive?
Roll nature.
$13. We're warming up.
Yeah, they're plants. They're plants.
Gotcha. They're plants, and I don't know enough about plants to know if they're alive or dead. Gotcha.
Yep, they're plants.
And carrying on.
Jinx
guess I-
is
Mhm.
moving, looking out for anything like traps and obstacles.
Are you separating from the group?
No.
Like, are you all like spreading out? Or are you immediately going and looking for what you need?
I'd assume we're going and looking for what we need.
Yeah. Straight to the stairs.
As direct of a course as we can get.
Of course, the door is still there. Stairs are still there, but this time you can't see. It's pitch black.
Well, that's what I carry a lantern for. Or, excuse me, a torch.
If one has dark vision,
Mhm.
can one see?
Yes. Yeah, I want to say yes, you can. But it's darker than normal.
Okay.
Like if you've
So
ever
we
been into a
can-
basement without windows with the lights off, that's what it's like.
Oh, fun.
Torch, let's go see what's here to see.
As you enter the lab and down the hallway, down the L and into the doors. This place, what you can see of it is disgustingly dirty. Unlike the other ones where even if there was blood, it was still relatively clean. This one doesn't look like that. You can tell that there's some substance on the floors, on the walls, but you can't really tell in the darkness what there is. As you get into the lab, this one is just, well, now it is effectively an empty room where there would be desk and chairs. It's just a very large area that it's unfortunately too dark and too dirty to see really anything in here. There is still 2 large doors at the end, going to offices, and where the vault was before is just another door.
None of these computer things that we're looking for.
No. If there was, it's been destroyed or taken back by nature.
Last time, the documents were through that door. So, if everything has the same layout, they should be in there.
Let's
Well,
go look.
if it's all the same, then if that's where the valuables are, that's probably the most likely one to be trapped too. Um, I'll get within like 20-ish feet of the door. Like I'll get close, but not like too close. I'll just use Mage Hand to see if it's like locked. First of all, just so I'm not touching it directly at first.
Okay. It is not.
Nice. All right. If I add a torch to the mix, would that make it easier to see, or have we kind of gathered at this point that this is not
little.
normal darkness?
A little bit. It might be able to help.
Okay.
It technically is normal darkness. It's just that darkness that you get from being underground with no light source.
Okay. Yeah, I'll quickly whip up my own torch, light it up, and
Are you
just
going
trying.
in?
No, I mean, yeah, nothing happened initially.
Roll me a con save.
Ooh. Let's go. The barbarian's favorite. Gotta be fucking kidding me. 8.
You said the barbarian's favorite, and guess
Yep.
what?
Yeah, that's what I get for talking.
What you all see is Grunk enter the room and disappear right in front of you.
Ooh.
Grunk. When you step through, everything around you changes. There are multiple humans now milling about, talking. You can hear the sound of like clicking on keyboards, and people are discussing what, like, you hear someone being like, yeah, so we're gonna get dinner at this restaurant down the way in a couple of days, and it's just gonna be awesome. Just normal kind of everyday talk to them.
Okay. Do I like? Does it seem like they've noticed me? Like, is anyone paying attention to me that I can tell?
They're just kind of hanging out
Hmm.
and talking and not really paying attention. But what you do here is, oh, Mr. Grunk, yep, we did call you in. Come on, sit down. We have to do your quarterly.
Hang on a minute. Well, all right, I'll play along. I'll play along for now.
For the others, Grunk has just disappeared. There is no sign or hair of him. He's just poof, stepped in and poofed.
Is there anything through the doorway?
You can see, again, it is dark, but you can see like a desk that is destroyed. You can see a very tattered and torn chair. There are some what effectively look to be like nails that are like in the wall.
I'm gonna go see if I can find Gronk. If I disappear like he did, try a different direction. But we got to find those documents. I stepped through the doorway.
Con save. You walk through and nothing happens.
That was like 22 for people watching, by the way.
Yes.
Apparently, the fighter's better at it than the barbarian.
And I'm seeing this too. I'm like, how?
Mine's not all that far off. Yes.
Let's see how the cleric will do. The
Adele.
caster.
Oh no! Oh no!
Do you remember who why this town was named? It said something about like only towns that were like had prominent deities were named.
Fire.
Well, that's specific.
If I remember correctly, it was one of the fire deities that took control early on. I have no idea who it was.
I think they're still about.
Based upon this behavior, pointing at Grunk just disappearing. They aren't here anymore.
Gotcha.
Is there anything in this room?
It looks it did not change for you at all, would ya? You walked, you were like, okay, I'm gonna go find Grunk. You walk through, and it's almost like the trap that was set has been done, so it can't go again. It hasn't been reset up yet. Jinx, have you stepped through yet? And has Narfi stepped through yet?
Jinx has, yeah.
Con save?
$21.
You also walk through fine.
Adele, should I mention that when Loki gave me these, he didn't give me a key?
Please don't tell me that we're stuck. Folly
You
would
know,
have
and-
so many questions.
Until you can convince our, our dad to give us the key, we're kind of stuck like this.
I wasn't the one that said to use them.
I don't know. You kind of got possessed by other dad.
Not my fault.
I know it wasn't your
Tried.
fault. You're the only one with the crystal on you that caused him to be able to possess you. Anyway, let's pick a door. And then we'll find out what happens if, one of us disappears and the other sticks around.
Let's just go through it at the same time. You ready?
Sure.
3. Oh god. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Let's see. That's a nat 20 for a total of 23. How did Adele do?
26.
Oh, we're fine. So
Okay.
at this point, some deity is just taking Grunk, and we don't know which one.
That was the one chance you had to get uncuffed from each other.
We'd
for the
probably
foreseeable
break something.
future.
They just can't let each other go.
Oh my lord.
As this is happening, Jinx is looking in the same, in the same area at drawer. If a drawer is broken, she's gonna check the rubble. If a drawer is there,
Well,
she's gonna check the drawer.
It's easily found. It's right in the drawer, just like it was every other time.
You're not supposed to be looking at that.
I'm not looking at chat. I'm giving you all the PDF.
So now I got to go find Grunk. Grunk is harder to find than the actual dossier.
Oh my lord. I'm gonna cut back to Grunk because of this. Grunk. This, and I'm going to say, this is a human woman with very fiery red hair, and she is all of 5 foot, maybe, in her heels. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm here. I'm here.
I'm going to apologize to our producer for that because I'm sorry. Don't be angry at us.
Oh, no, it looks like it was fine.
Oh, it's fine? Okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, it looks
Okay,
like we're
well.
good.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm not looking, so I don't know. That's why I'm just apologizing preemptively. Grunk. To give you an idea of when you are, her shoulder pads are larger than her head.
Okay.
So she has like these shoulder pads that are going out to here on this very petite and small woman. All right, Mr. Grunk, I will say you have been exceptional this week or this quarter. We are very pleased with you.
Well, always appreciating having my contributions recognized.
Of course.
As I'm just like bullshitting my way through this, I'm gonna be kind of like trying to scan around the room to look for anything that seems out of place.
Give
Like
me an
anything
investigation.
anything that could give me the slightest clue as to how the hell to get out of here. Oh well, 12.
So in this room, what you see is a couple of different certificates of like excellence, I'm gonna call it. And they're all with the name TIMID. Timid.
Okay. I know whose building I'm still in at least.
She has a plaque with her name. Because I'm honestly, I was not planning this at all. At least for only one person to be doing this. Mary Beth Mary Beth Johnson is the name that you see.
Okay.
And she also has a little plaque that says HR.
Okay.
I know that we've been having some, issues recently with your health. I know that you did a stay at the hospital, claiming to looks back at her notes, to be a tortoise with a hammer.
Don't quite remember that incident, but
You went
could just be the
around.
medications they gave me there.
You went around the office with your hammer, which ended up being a stapler, and attacking people with it. We've been very worried about you, and we're glad that you're safe now and that you're feeling better. And we're glad to have you back with us.
Yeah, it's always good to be back in good health and whatnot.
Wonderful. All right. If you would like, you can go back to your seat. Please make sure to finish up the integration manual by today. That is going out this week as the big ceremony and the experiment is approaching.
Oh,
Aren't you just excited?
that's a pretty exciting event, yeah. All right. Well, that's all there is for me to do here. I will get back to work then.
Of course. Thank you very much.
I mean,
If you have any questions, please.
he's kind of just thinking, I came through the door. Maybe if I just go back out, it'll be fine. He's got no clue what everyone else is doing, so he's just like, oh, okay. This is just a weird trap. This is just kind of meant to mess with us. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to try to go. Just going to try to leave through the door again.
Con save?
Ooh. Second chance. Much better.
Yes.
I didn't say anything until the dice stopped moving. 22. Let's go.
As you all watch, Grunk walks back out of the door. Just, I'm imagining very confused.
All right. Well,
Did you have a good trip?
I mean, nothing really happened. What happened to you guys?
Nothing.
I got the documents.
Oh. All right. Well,
That's about it.
like checking to make sure none of his stuff is missing.
None is, but You do have the quarterly report that she handed you.
That's definitely not going to cause any problems in the future.
Or in the past?
Well, who knows at this point?
It got me thinking, though. Adele, if there's one of those shard things somewhere around here, how would we find it?
Ooh.
We would generally shards were hidden in places to be kept safe. They were treated like treasure.
Well, there's no vault here, so
I mean,
No,
there is
but
the
maybe
door.
some.
there is a
the other
door in
door.
that same direction, though. That's a good point.
And if not in this tower, then somewhere in this town. I mean, the accelerated plant growth, the Warforged, who thinks he's been here for centuries.
Well, and that whole little
Black
debacle.
sand.
And for all we
Into
know,
black water.
from his perspective, he has been here for centuries.
Yeah.
So if there's not a shard of him around here somewhere, there's something affecting everything.
Well, I think the only other possible option is there's something coming up from that black sand beach that's supposedly down south.
Hmm.
It
Well,
could be either, honestly.
let's give a gander about, see what we can find.
Okay. Who's going through the door first?
Oh, me as always.
Grunk did it and disappeared in time. Which is gonna do it this time?
Oh man.
I step to the door.
Con save. Would you, as you step through, alarms are blaring, lights are flashing red, people are running and panicking.
What am alarms blaring, people running? What am I in?
You're still in the same tower, but it's clean. The only people that you see around you are humans.
I'm going to ignore them and see if there's anything here that stands out, like something that might hold a shard.
Okay. Roll investigation, and I'm going to go to the other group.
Alrighty.
You guys see Woodja disappear.
Well, I mean, can't be that bad. I'll go.
On save.
Oh, let's go. 25.
You're fine. Nothing happens.
It's our turn to swap places.
Make sure you grab like a rock or something from the past.
Who's
Uh-oh.
next?
Jinx.
Actually, wasn't that bad for once.
Yeah, Jinx will go through.
I was gonna say, do you think we should start trying to see maybe what's going on with that black sand? Because
Is that
I
a
think we
good
do have a
idea?
message. I mean, it would also let us know how difficult it is to leave this place.
So who's going?
Maybe splitting's not such a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, I mean, there seems to be a bit of stuff still going on down here, and there's still one more door. I mean, splitting up down here can't be that bad, right?
I mean, I guess after last night, Adele, do you? I mean, I guess do either of us kind of sense anything in the tower at the very least?
Roll me Arcana.
Cool.
Of course.
She be an 8.
Yeah.
The influence is here.
The influence is here, but this does not. You can tell by Adele's behavior, this is not the source.
Okay.
'Cause
So the good news,
she
Jinx,
rolled a 31.
my gosh, is the shard's not in this tower, which is a good thing.
But we gotta get our friend out now.
Yeah.
Do we just give him some time?
Good one. No, I mean, in any case, if we got to wait for him anyways, may as well have a look around.
I mean, do you think there's anything we can do to expedite his return?
I doubt it. He's doing the same thing that happened to me happened to him. He's kind of just stuck there until he tries to leave. That's all it
Do we
was
have
for
anything
me.
to read in the meantime?
I mean, I do have that new set of papers.
The integration manual.
I've already read it.
I mean, we have time. I'll start also reading it.
Yeah, Jinx is gonna hand them to Narfi and walk through the door.
Con save?
$17.
You start to hear the sound of the blaring, and you can kind of see the red lights, but it, for whatever reason, you can feel whatever this is fail. Barely.
She doesn't disappear?
No.
I think
Barely.
maybe Woodja is hearing some alarms right now. Just maybe.
Narfi, what are you doing?
Being very annoyed at somebody's father right now for not putting a location, just saying location specified. I was like, we didn't. Okay. So we have a circle. So at this point, just being slightly confused with the information being provided.
Would ya? The people are running, and with this, what you're in is a holding area. You can see that there are pedestals in here, but they're empty at the moment.
But there's alarms going off.
Yes, and people are running
What direction are they running?
out of the building.
Great, makes it easier for me to search. Does this look like it should? It's where the vault should be.
Yes.
Good. Let's see what they've got hidden in their little hidey hole here.
Okay. Roll another investigation for me. Yeah, that's enough for the information necessary. As you're kind of looking around, somebody comes up to you and grabs your shoulder. Mr. Woodja, what are you doing here? And this is a wiry young man, black hair. He looks maybe all of 17, 18. He is wearing a white shirt and a tie and like black slacks.
Mr. Woodja, I need the shard. Where's it at? The crystal thing.
The crystals were all taken to the to the experiment, to the ceremony.
And yet the alarms are going off. They're not back here in the vault.
You have to understand something bad would happen at the ceremony. We don't know what happened. Apparently there may have been people trying to stop it. And they're trying, and they're apparently coming through, and I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just an intern here.
Then
People, their coffees.
I suggest you take the nearest emergency exit and point me in the direction that the crystals went.
They
Preferably
went out,
not in that order.
somewhere out west. I wasn't allowed to know because, coffee, but I overheard a lot of stuff, and they said that it went out west. And I just want to go home to my mom.
And find that exit and start huffing it.
Okay. And he just turns around and runs with the rest of the group.
Any sort of document packets or anything like that?
You can see like papers are strewn about all over. There is one that you pick up called Integration Manual and Distribution.
I will grab that because that looks like it might be important.
The other thing
And-
that you get as you're searching, the same HR woman, Mary Beth, you can see her pacing in this room. She's really the only person who isn't, you realize, leaving.
What's the itch you got up your skirt, Mary Beth?
Mr. Woodruff, this was supposed to be a joyous day. This was supposed to be a good day. Why did they attack?
We won't know until anyone looks into it, but standing in this room pacing is not going to help anything. You need to get out of here.
My brother was at that ceremony. Do you think they're saying there were shots fired?
Well, I was going to say ask if you heard sirens, but with these damn alarms going off.
They activated the minute that everything went, excuse my language, but to hell in a handbasket. It's
Well, come on, let's get out of here. And I guide her towards the same door I came through.
roll a con save as you exit through the door. No.
Here's an 11 for the folks at home.
Yeah. So as you exit, you can kind of see like the desk have all been pushed to the side. Things have been strewn about. People have been, for a better word, looting the desk. People are still running. People start to fight suddenly. Like fights begin to break out just weirdly as you're watching people's behavior change.
Well, this is interesting.
We need to go. I don't understand what's going on.
Truth be told, neither do I, but let's go. There's got to be more doors.
And as you exit through the double doors, roll me a con save. That's an investigation, but
Oh,
Should I give him the +5 for the right kind of roll? Or that, 21. That's fine.
as you exit out, you hear Mary Beth scream, gurgle, and then fall as you enter back into the darkened hallway.
Well then, that was interesting.
As you turn
I
around
think-
to look, you can. Did you guys also leave that area, or were you just standing waiting for it?
I mean, I thought Grunk was on the other side of the door still.
Yes, he is.
I mean, I was just kind of waiting to see when people were gonna like start leaving and kind of work my way out.
For you, Grunk, nothing ever happens. The room is dark. There are pedestals, but they're fallen over, they're broken, they're damaged to multiple different stages of decay.
Okay. Can I just do a quick little once over to see if there's anything left?
Go ahead.
9.
There's nothing. And what you all see is Grunk exiting out of the lab. So where he walked in one door, he walked out a different one.
Would you walk out a different one, or Grunk did?
Would ya? The door behind you guys.
How the hell did you get back there?
Because I went through that door and then that door and then those doors.
Oh. Took you a lot more doors to get back out, eh?
Best guess. Yeah.
Better start walking.
Yeah, we might want to get out of here before one of us gets trapped at the point of time where all this started.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Adele. I don't want to see that again.
The experience, not really. I have
All right.
too many bad memories.
On just like during the walk out, any find anything else interesting in the whatever that was, would you?
Just a lot of people running in panic. Oh, this manual.
Oh. Oh, we got another one there.
I think this might be something of importance then.
Yeah,
But let's-
probably.
Let's get out of here before we trigger something else.
Yeah.
And you're staying together, correct?
Yes.
As you exit and get outside, it's dark.
Well, do we hoof it as far away from here as we can and set up a camp, or do we hunker down and see if we can find anything else interesting during the night?
I'm not trusting this darkness.
It's
Yeah.
us and Avon are the only people we know of in this town.
Avon is still standing there. But vines have begun to grow up his legs.
Yeah.
And the town looks
that's-
worse for wear.
That's what I was afraid of. We need to get out of here.
Let's hope we're not aging with this place.
So Shard or library?
What was
Sure,
our
if we can find it.
Yeah. Do we have any, like, I forgot if we came up with any theories of where to go.
The Black Sands.
Oh, yeah.
Let's find a place to rest for the night. If this is night.
Yeah. Preferably outside this town, but not too far. Don't want to do too much backtracking if we're going to go back to the, going to try to get to that beach.
And this is where I'm going to drop the curtain for tonight. The last thing you guys hear, though, is the water. And it's as you're walking out of town, and this is the first time you've heard anything besides silence, your own footsteps, or your own voices in a while.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Yeah, it's about to get really dark really fast, y'all.
Let's go. That was cool. That was really neat.
So thank you guys so much for playing. Thank you guys so much to chat. You guys honestly looks like you guys were super active. Holy crap. I'm trying to think what else. If you're watching this in the future and you're watching up to here, please hit the like button and the bell to know when we're doing stuff. And also come join us on Discord. This Discord is amazing and everyone is so nice.
Also,
There's-
thank you to Karis, our producer,
Yes,
and
I was
Sarah,
going-
our DM.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Also, another reason to join the Discord. There's many games like this coming up constantly, and there's always one shots, 3 shots, little mini campaigns, full length campaigns. There's always a ton of different games looking for players. So if you want to
Yeah, I'm pretty
get
sure
involved,
that as of next week, we will be going live 7 days a week,
Yes.
which is
I get
insanity.
wood out of my throat. Ah,
Yes. As Kevin says, anyone that wants to play gets to play, and anyone that wants to DM gets to DM. So until next time, y'all, which is probably tomorrow, let's be honest.
Most likely.
Please be nice to each other. Yes, and anyone who gets to produce gets to produce.
Karis deserves a break once in a while.
Yes, Karis needs a break. She needs to be a player. Okay, the 27th. Thank you back, Kyle. Night, y'all.